So, the three prophesized heroes come to What the?
Oh yeah, good thing you reloaded your save. I almost forgot about this.
The hell is that?
Wait, no, go forward. Stop.
Right? Oh my god.
Just reload your. Just go to title and reload. Bro was not thinking.
No.
2026 ransom.
2026 Deltarune kinda tomorrow.
Deltarune
We're not
tomorrow.
We're not gonna have to wait
Stop,
like 3 years for the next one.
I don't know where it is.
Red thing. God bless. There you go.
Just follow the flames back to like the original point.
Flames. No, there you go. There you go. Yeah,
This will
now
be a nice
bottom.
like this will give us a chance to decompress and like talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
My
Amazing.
controller ran out of battery.
That's awesome. You might have to use keyboard for a minute.
Flaccid Entertainment, everybody.
Oh yeah, that thing in the back you can see. It isn't Jockington. It's the Devil's Tail.
Yeah, I
whatever that
see.
is.
The tale of hell.
Oh
Which
yeah, right.
good thing I'm sure that doesn't have anything to do with Susie since she doesn't have a tail.
Huh?
Yeah.
It looks like that thing in Castletown.
Oh, way back to the light world. Did the door to the church crack open?
What do we do? Go back to Castletown. Wait. We can't leave now. Toriel might be...
Susie, if you stay, I should stay too.
Chris, if you're gonna go fast and direct. No messing around.
Come back quick, Chris.
Yippee.
So, this is...
The freaking music.
Alright. For once, you are filled with the power of conspicuously normal music.
They just padlock you and say only the necessities here.
Yeah, this is so you can go back to Castletown, but I think Toby said like the rationale is probably like it would have broken the tension to have this like before you actually finish.
I see.
Yeah. This is also when normally Mike's code would appear, which is why I told you earlier in the game we hadn't did it. I didn't want to to be the
so
ending.
this is actual just function.
Yes, this is just, you have access to this place.
Cool.
You can do recruiting and do mini games. You can get a little gag in for a breather.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, these guys are still just chilling, and we just fought a Titan, or about to, I guess. And these guys are just doing whatever.
We're about to find that someone's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
So
see y'all. Well, no, that's it. See you.
This is the most flaccid place to end it.
It is, but it works.
Do you want to talk about it or save that for like a discussion podcast?
Let's talk about it now.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Do we want to do
maybe
it
not
with this
here.
music or
Maybe not here.
That's wonderful. I do like this is something a few RPGs I played do, where it
Took
just,
you
it
long
just
enough.
fast tracks you.
Hope you had a good time, Chris.
So what's the fastest way to
The flames. Oh, that one will take you to the
to the study?
Turtle green thing right there. Flames are all shortcuts. I
Right.
noticed they didn't use the teleport doors this chapter. These
All right.
flames.
This is good music to discuss.
Yeah, I do like when RPGs fast track you. You're like, you're in the final dungeon, we can't break tension, but you really need to go to a shop. Fine, this will take you straight there and back.
All right.
Oh, by the way, go to the right side of the room. You'll notice a certain something.
Put down his controller.
Yeah, the other statue that was there is gone because you destroyed it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you kept pointing it out.
Yep.
I can't believe you had intentionality behind your fuckery. All right. So,
where do you even begin?
Let's get our thoughts together. Let's start with chapter 3. I'm really glad the game got to have a chapter dedicated to WarioWare shenanigans, right? I'm really glad. It really seems that these two being released together kind of go together in that one is gameplay focused, one is story focused. Not that chapter 3 lacked story, but it was lacking compared to this, because this was a fucking nuclear bomb.
I think that chapter 3 was really supposed to be like getting you back into the feeling of adventure with Chris, Susie, and Rousey, and just doing it like so well through the gameplay, because it's so much more involved.
That's the thing. You get into chapter 3, and it's immediately like, we're so fucking back, right? That's the feeling throughout pretty much that whole chapter, is like, I'm so happy, everything is so jubilant and awesome and fun. It's so fucking fun. This chapter
you get a little
is
drama
here.
at the start, but
This chapter is here for like, yeah, shit's going down, dude. You had your fun. Now deal with this. Now deal with consequences. And that really starts at the end of chapter 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a certain appearance of a certain someone suddenly showing up.
Anyone expected for us to fight the knight at the end of chapter 3.
No one expected us to fight a titan. No one expected us to see the knight. Like, we got we got stuff we thought would be chapter 6 or 7 here.
Yeah. So, like, what's left? That's so exciting.
It's terribly
exciting. There's still
exciting.
mystery left, but like, what's in the shelter? What's that dark world gonna be? Why is it there? What's going on with the codes and Deaths and Noel's mom and...
I really feel like if they're going ahead and showing us like what one Titan can do, like I think we're gonna get the roaring at the end of the story.
That was always gonna happen, right?
I agree.
But it's like
the story.
But
go
it's
ahead.
like there's a version of the story where the roaring could have been, oh, we'll just take care of one Titan, and the rest of the characters will be doing their stuff in the background. But now it's like gotta escalate.
Oh yeah. What if like, since we know how to take them out, what if like it's like an army of Titans or like several of them, and you have to fight them like back to back, or even as like regular enemies?
I suppose my it's really thrown into the air now, because a theme is forming. It's not the most original theme in the world, but it's done in such a way that this might be my favorite. This might end up being my favorite use of this theme, which is it's just a straight up like Studio Trigger ass fighting against fate, FF7 remake ass fighting against fate, right? Because in 4 and throughout most of chapter 4, Susie and gang seem to be fairly okay with doing I almost spoiled JoJo. Seem to be okay with doing a like, let's enforce fate because it's going our direction, right? But now that we know fate doesn't have something nice in store, as well as the old man, the turtle, him saying that stories can be rewritten, things are malleable, things can change. That seems to be what we're heading towards, but like, this game is such an antithesis to Undertale. There are so many things in here that go against what Undertale told you.
It's not all black and white anymore.
It's not all black and white anymore. And Toby, didn't Toby say something like Deltarune will have one ending, right?
But specifically he has said multiple times, like, Deltarune will have one ending. If you go to the FAQ on the website, there's one that says how many endings are there in Deltarune, and it's just one, like no other words. But there is one bit of promotional material. I think it's the Steam description.
It's in Steam,
where it says there's only one ending, but there's something more important than endings.
Yeah, it specifically says only one ending with like a question mark, and then it says, yeah, it's only more important than endings. My interpretation of that is that it means the end might be the same, but it's your interpretation of it, the meaning of it might be completely different depending on what came before.
I could see this being like kind of a Mother 3-esque ending, where it really is like, it may be what you make of it. It may be bittersweet. Because my thing is also like, I really like the way this game kind of handles prophecies, I guess, because it is just like I have a lot of thoughts on this, but like at the end of the day, like we as humans are pattern-seeking creatures. We seek narrative and we seek meaning to kind of soothe us and give us purpose. And I don't consider that a flaw. I consider that just a feature of us being who we are. What's the ultimate form of a narrative? A prophecy.
Yeah.
Because a prophecy can't be broken. And we use narratives to kind of in a lot of ways like escape and not have to think about the one ending that awaits everything, death. So like that is kind of the ultimate end everything is heading towards. And so I really do wonder how the game is going to go down on this. Like, will it go the route of fighting fate and breaking the prophecy, or will another conclusion be reached,
I almost feel like the prophecy is accurate, but again, like the things we don't know are what matter, right? Like maybe there will be 3 heroes who stop the angel's heaven, but like what about everything in between those parts? Like we don't know everything.
And Ransom, you did really catch on to something that I hadn't considered at first, but I did hear other people talk about after. For a really long time. Well, before I go into that, one thing I will say, I think this chapter completely rules out Evil Rousey. I am very happy that is just off the table now. I'm going to be honest, I would have been pretty upset if Toby went that direction. I like that he's going evil. I liked that he's going a more complex direction with them. But a lot of people, it's been a question ever since the start of the game. Oh, well, yeah, Rousey is a prince, but we also have Lancer there. So people have always been thinking, oh, what if Rousey isn't the prince? What if, one of the members of the prophecy isn't who we think it is? The biggest candidate for that so far was Rousey, but I think you kind of realize, like, I don't know if Susie is the person. I don't know if Susie is the girl in the prophecy.
I don't think Susie's the monster. But
like, because remember, like, right after that, she starts talking about how, like, she was never chosen. Imagine, like, how much that would hurt for her.
Yeah.
After finally feeling like she's, like, at the center of something important.
But
to find out, no.
You were never important. But I think that's what will make her special. I think she's the Sora of this story. She was never prophesized. She was never meant to be anything. She's a glitch in the system. She is the nobody who came up on their own and won the day. I think it will be Susie who changes fate, specifically Susie, because fate didn't account for her.
And it's very interesting because, like, I don't know how Noelle necessarily fits into this. My biggest guess is there have been so many, like, little nods of a connection between her and angels. She has the angel wings. I almost wonder, I don't know if Noelle is the girl. What if it's Des?
I was thinking about that.
Love
the girl didn't have a sword.
And love also, love could mean not romantic love, but maybe like a sisterly love as well.
Yeah.
Also, James did
A message toward her.
Message me during the Let's Play about something we were both thinking about. You remember the twist at the end of Undertale, right?
Which one?
Love finds its way to the girl.
Okay, yeah.
The picture changed in the prophecy, so she had like a heart shape on her, and
Mhm.
then it said love finds its way to her. So we were wondering, does that mean, is that a soul? Does that mean level of violence? What's happening there?
Yeah, because remember in Undertale, LV and love stands for level of violence.
Or violence? I'm also just noticing that Grouse has the heart on their clothes. You could
Mhm.
also interpret it like the picture is just a combination of all their features, like the heart of Rouse, the sword of Chris, the hair of Susie. Like it could be a generic picture, the same way. Well, not the same way, but similar to the others. But
But yeah,
I don't know.
my two biggest guesses for that prophecy are, I think it's either going to be the prophecy ends with everyone sealing the first dark fountain and the darkners all going away, or I think there are reasons I have to suspect that Susie slash somebody else might have to kill Noelle if Noelle is the angel.
No, don't know.
How torturous.
We're thinking of the future. I can't help but think to the past and think, how does this all start? How does Chris tie into this?
Yeah,
How does
I mean,
Gaster
'cause
tie into this? How does Des tie into this?
what a
What's going on
like
with your soul?
Ransom, what a gigantic drop that Lightners can be resurrected. I'm sure your mind was
Yeah.
going places when you found that out.
Yeah, I mean, I said out loud like, "Oh, is Rousey just a dead Azrael, right?"
Like,
Do you
they keep saying Azrael's in college, but like, so the moment you walked in the house and Toriel said you could sleep in Azrael's bed, and then Susie was like clearly uncomfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
partly, yeah, like that is a good piece of evidence for maybe that prophecy having something to do with Rousey.
Then again, I don't know how much Susie knows about Rousey. Also, I had another thought. I don't know how much it matters. I pointed out on the fridge, there's the picture of Azrael. And Susie's like, they look similar, but not the same. And it's like, yeah, vanilla nerd, strawberry nerd, whatever. What does she mean by strawberry? Here's what I'm saying. If Rousey's vanilla is... Sorry, let me start over. When she looks at the picture, she's like, why did you Photoshop Rousey to be blank? And then she's like, yeah, they're similar, but there's clearly a difference. And then calls one of them strawberry. And I'm genuinely wondering if the Azrael of this world has like pink or red fur. And that's one of the bits we don't know yet.
I think that
To trip
that's
us
a
up.
really good. I could see it being like a lighter shade of pink, like a soft one, because
we're just assuming they're like exactly the same. But like, what if Rousey's is just pink?
So, do you want my theory on what Rousey is, Ransom?
Yeah.
At some point in the game, I don't know if you missed this, I'm pretty sure you should have seen it at some point. There is a point in the story that talks about a photo of Chris when they're young with his family. I think Susie sees it. It might be the other picture on the fridge. She mentions Chris has a pair of horns.
Yeah, it
A
was
little
mentioned in
red
previous
hair.
chapters too.
A little red fake pair of horns.
Mm.
We know that some of the possessions in that storage room previously belonged to Chris and Azrael.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Rousey is essentially supposed to be the feelings of Chris not belonging and his desire to be like a monster with the rest of the family. That's why he had the horn. Like that's why he wore those fake horns. I think that Rousey is essentially supposed to be what Chris would have looked like if he was born a monster with the Dreamers instead of a human.
That also explains why like Chris's favorite color is like green, and it's got like green stuff, and Rousey's wearing green. Oh, and of course Chris in the Dark World has that pink ascot, whereas Rousey has a pink scarf.
They literally have the same that same pink highlight at the same place on their character models. And I mean that would mean like hey, Rousey looks like Azrael but has differences. It's almost more like a brother thing than them being the same person.
You actually blew my mind with that one. I hadn't heard that. God, there's so many potential. Even though we got so much meat these last 2 chapters, there's still much.
There's still so much. It's also crazy how like we just talked all that. We didn't even say anything about Chris yet.
I don't even know what to say except for everything that happened in chapter 4 earlier.
It's genuinely up in the air. I don't think Chris is evil. In fact, strangely enough, there's some secret stuff that actually ends up suggesting otherwise, but I will say this, there's an irony in how Chris is presented across different choices you make that I would love to discuss at some point, but I would like to let you see other things for yourself first. But
it definitely...
I don't think Chris is evil. I think much like Rousey, it is a much more complicated and interesting thing going on.
Yeah, there seems to be something... We just don't have all the pieces, but I don't think Chris is evil either, from what I've seen. The soul
it was, in the prophecy, it was specifically said to be a human soul, right?
Yeah.
Is that just because it's me, a human, with a controller in my hand, or...
We still haven't seen a monster soul yet in this game.
We haven't seen another human.
What also
like human.
It's such a little detail, but also just the incredibly shocking yet casual reveal that in this world monsters can bleed.
Well, no, they can't. A monster in a previous chapter specifically says that. What's it like to be made of blood? Why are humans made of blood?
Then why did
they don't bleed?
Then why did Susie bleed?
That's a great question, Ransom.
I mean, Undertale also has some lore contradictions. It is funny that there's the whole thing of humans both can and can't use magic.
No, it was just that humans of the past could use magic, but that was lost with time. Seems to be the understanding. But they describe it long ago. Oh no, I see what you're saying. I see. Yeah.
I think that the thing in this is monsters can bleed, but when they die, they turn to dust.
Maybe I thought about that, but the phrasing in the previous chapter suggests otherwise. I don't know.
But just that shot, both the shot of Susie with the blood on her hands and the sprite we get of Rousey with the blood on his face, that's
crazy.
It floored me when I first saw it.
Yeah. I guess I can't really hypothesize about the blood thing too much without more information. But yeah, that moment, it's really good, really well animated.
Here's the thing, we do see Sans bleed in Undertale. Yeah. Sans is implied to be from a different world. Yeah. This is the place it rained. Is this where he came from originally?
Well, that's always been
I do often wonder, not often, but I do wonder, will this tie back to Undertale at all? Because the surprising feeling is, I feel like there's no obligation to do that. Right?
Not at all.
No, I don't think that... In fact, I think that Sans and Papyrus are largely going to be relegated to as background characters.
I agree, and
here's the thing. I actually was kind of afraid about... One of my big fears was, we're going... eventually they're going to start in the chapters, in the episodic points, focusing on some of the Undertale characters, we get an Undyne world. Oh, we get a,
not
Toriel world.
Not
Toriel world.
Not even Toriel.
We just kind of end up rehashing Undertale. It's no, he made it very clear with these 2 chapters. He is, if a character is going to be focused on in a dark world, it's going to be a new one. It's going to be an original one.
Which
I'm going to be
really glad about.
Really compelling one.
I like Papyrus and Undyne and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Dude, Deltarune. I mean it every time. I think Deltarune is the better game in
by large
every conceivable way.
I mean, hasn't Toby essentially... Undertale was essentially something Toby made as, a warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
it was.
I
it
believe-
was
made
the
yeah.
blueprint.
He made Undertale to learn how to develop games so that he could make Deltarune.
Undertale, one of the most famous games of all time, one of the most famous indie games, is a blueprint for this much better game.
Like,
And it's
not-
kind of crazy because it's not just like a mechanical blueprint. It's not just a like mechanical lesson. It's a thematic blueprint as well.
Yep.
Toby builds up
It's-
this worldview and he introduces these themes. And literally at the very end, what does Flowey say to Frisk? Flowey says, "Hey, out there, not everyone's going to be able to be reasoned with. It's not black and white out there. Things are going to get more complicated from now on."
Mhm.
That wasn't just something said to Frisk. That was to us, the
Yeah.
viewers,
I
about
still,
to
like-
go into the next game.
Like, it's still so crazy that you press the attack button in this game, you know?
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, I mean, you do it a couple times in Undertale when you're supposed to, but this one just, yeah, you
But
do
this
so
one, it
often.
hits harder. It
It's
hits
an
harder.
RPG. Yeah.
Like, how do I put it?
I'm still. You didn't see it, but I mentioned earlier. But yeah, just the part where you're fighting the Titan and you waste a turn and Ralsei just actually gets mad at you. He's like, "This is really serious. Like, fight."
Yeah.
Like Ralsei
For
being the
him-
one to say, "Fight for your life,"
Which is so
crazy.
sick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like, let's put cards on the table. When this game is finished, it's up there, right? Is it?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Every chapter after this could be terrible and a disappointment. I would still like cherish the experience of playing these first 4 chapters.
Oh yeah, and I do
Absolutely.
doubt that the next ones will disappoint, because this clearly has a plan. But it's
Yep.
just if they don't have to escalate from here. If every chapter from now on is on par with what we've had so far, this is, for me, right, top 10 games of all time, pretty easily.
Deltarune
For-
chapters 1 and 2 were already one of my favorite games, just on what they did alone.
For many, it will be top 1. And I won't refute that. I won't have anything to say about that. I'll just be like, yes, good choice.
Mhm.
This is truly something special.
Yeah, and Ransom, here's the thing. I do think that at the very least, it's going to escalate at the end. Because have we told you the actual, like, origin of the story of Deltarune?
No, I guess not.
So,
Wow.
one night in college, Toby Fox had a dream. And he woke up and he knew that he had to turn that into a story. And he said that dream eventually spun into what would be the ending of Deltarune.
Hmm.
He has been working for what, 15 years
To tell
Just
this
to-
story.
to bring that dream to life. Like I just have to wonder, what did he see that made him feel so strongly?
I can only hope to find out soon. Tomorrow, even.
Hey, maybe by the time this episode gets released, it'll be out the next day. Nah.
But
It's peak. It's peak.
and just the way it's developed the friendship and like built it out and fleshed it out and made it so complex. Like I will say, like, let's playing this game with you guys just is such a wonderful experience, and I'm glad I've got to have it.
I really
Aw,
kind of hate that we
agree.
have like more than half the game to record still, or a
We
little
have,
less than half. Because as a
Chapter 3 is
reminder,
not super long.
As-
We're
a
halfway through
reminder-
chapter 2 right now.
like, we still have half of chapter 2 and all of 3 to record.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for suggesting we do first time reaction for
Right.
chapter 4 with. Was it
That was
only-
James.
Was
And
it
thank you,
only
James.
was it only because of the 2026 thing?
No, when you start dealing with that Titan and
Yeah.
crap, I was like,
I had to
I
see your
cannot-
reaction to the Titan. I had to
Mhm.
see you react to the prophecies. Just
it just all sorts of stuff happening. The secret fight, there's so much. The music.
that whole
This-
Noel sequence, which by the way, there's stuff to find in that.
I felt so bad. I went straight critical. I didn't mean to.
No,
but...
you found everything that I found my first time.
Okay.
You missed like the scene in the bathroom. That's about
Spoiler alert for my
that's a
fucking
gag.
YouTube search history tonight. Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 Secrets. You
Yeah.
know?
That's genuinely probably like an hour-long video.
Probably,
Dude,
it's
and
not
the
longer.
The reaction to doing several Dark Worlds in a row in one chapter after already spending 2 or 3 hours in the Light World, and Susie opening a Dark World, and Rouse finally coming out with their secrets.
That
and, like,
motherfucker.
Yeah, everything with Rousey. Like, Rousey is probably one of my favorite characters in fiction, and I was super worried about the direction they would take him. And I think that this has just been
This is good.
just the correct decision in
Are we
how
still
to
recording,
further
by the way?
develop him. Yeah,
Ransom, the stream pause. Are you?
It's just.
I think Ransom's
it's just
internet went rip.
We all good?
We'll be back. Am I
up?
back? Are we back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, it was just internet. I
By the way, the most important thing for you to see is Sans and Toriel dancing, of course.
Yeah, of
That
course.
was,
Yes, of course.
I am really glad. I am really happy with the direction Rousey's going. I might even be more happy with the direction Susie is going. Because chapter
Susie's
1,
peak.
it's chapter 1, you know, Susie's the main character of 1 in that she has to change, right? 2, it's really Noelle's chapter, honestly, Noelle and Birdley's. And the stuff with Susie is mostly like, hey, maybe we're teasing gay, right? Like, which is great. Like, it was great. 2 had a lot going on. It was doing a lot. Speaking of 2, real quick, gotta get this out of the way. Toby saying we're not gonna do one longer than chapter 2. You goddamn liar. You fucking you actual fucking liar. That was an eternity.
And what's great is you get like it's a 2-part thing because you finish chapter 3 and you're like, oh, that was great, but it was, you know, a little shorter than what's come before. And then you start chapter 4 and it's just insane.
So I got Weird Root first time on chapter 3. So I didn't feel shortchanged on its length because Weird Route ends like at least an hour, at least, if not more. So
yeah,
no, I
only got part of it.
I was good. I didn't feel 3 was short at all, honestly. But this still dwarfs it. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, what I was saying.
Dude.
Chapter 2, Susie is slightly less of a focus. But 3 and 4 are both just so in your face. Susie is the real protagonist. Not only is she that, she's like a fucking Studio Trigger ass, like, hope against all hope character. She is inspiration. She is
determination.
She is determination. She has everything she needs. She is the kindest. Rousey says it. Susie is a really, really kind person. Like, everything
Much
she
to
has.
Noelle's chagrin, she really wanted that mean girl.
She's everything, man. She's like, I fucking love her.
She's not a hero, she's the hero.
She's the hero.
Yeah.
She is a true blue goddamn hero.
She's
Like,
come a
Ransom-
long way in like 3 days from threatening to like kill you in the middle of the
I was
wall.
just about to say that, James. Like, Ransom, take your mind back to like when we first played that first chapter together, and the first thing you see this character do is threaten to literally bite your face off. And look at where she is now. Like,
She's easily one of my favorite characters ever. Easy.
Peak, I'm afraid. I was just thinking about the tonal whiplash between 3 and 4, because imagine if Tenna was here right now, just standing next to these people. You can't.
This has been like releasing these two together has been an excellent showcase in using tonal whiplash, right? Like 3, it starts with its tone very solidly, right? And 3 ends with huge tonal whiplash, incredibly, and that makes it hit all the harder, right? I'm sure that was intentional.
Silly old Tenna gets randomly attacked. Who attacked him? It's the knight. What?
Then we go all the way back. Then the tone of 4 is like definitely carried on from there. Like, dude, oh my god, we need to get the shit together. Like,
you get the nice moments with Noelle.
Even the fun things, like the nice moments with Noelle. There's always this like
Tom and Jerry set piece with Chris in the heart.
But like, there's always this undercurrent of like shit's going on. Like, even though Chris is literally batting at the heart with the fucking broom, it's still like this is big shit happening, man. This is weird. This is story stuff that I didn't think we'd get this early. And then like the whole Dark World, even though the old man's really nice, he's funny in a way like, I don't know, fucking Yoda is, where it's like he's messing with us, but he's teaching us, right? We're never getting actually silly. This is wisdom silly. Until finally we get to the end here, and it's just like, it's the darkest it's ever been. We're straight up like, fuck me, dude. This shit's going down. Everyone's sad. It's raining outside. It's night. It sucks. We're all worried. And then the final tonal whiplash. Your mom's drunk and dancing with Sans, who might have nutted in her just previously. Like, it's so perfect. It's perfect.
And not just you hate it, Chris really hates it.
Susie hates it even.
Yeah.
Think of it this way,
Chris is so frustrated he locks you in the cage for the night.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, he did that the night before, though. He's been doing that every night, presumably. But, like, think about it this way. Like, Chris has been randomly thrown in... I don't know what's going on with Chris before, but in the last few nights, they've gotten no sleep, right? We're immediately thrown into this incredibly long chapter, closing several Dark Worlds in a row using their light. Fought, like, the Knight and the Titan, like, a Titan. And then gets back home exhausted, like, mentally, physically, whatever. And runs into that. And it's just like, I don't blame them for just being like so upset.
God.
And I think you make a really good point about these two chapters being released together is a good thing. Like, even without chapter 5, I do think 3 and 4 kind of needed to be released together, because both of them have little components that are kind of missing from each other that people would have been frustrated about if it was release 3, wait for a year, release 4.
Yeah.
With chapter 3, it's short. There isn't really like a new Lightner brought in and represented, but we do have Tenna as like our kind of wacky villain to follow King and Queen. But then in this one, we have that longer, more substantive story. We get to explore the Light World more. We get development on Noelle, but what we don't have, interestingly enough, we don't have one of those episodic villains.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So both of them kind of have other things that you would have missed from the other if they were spaced out.
If Chapter 3 released alone, 2 things. One, people would have been like, it's getting so goofy. There needs to be a balance. What is this, just a goof fest? But that ending... If it ended the same way, but we'd have to wait for 4, people would have clawed their own faces off. Which, mind you, this is also quite a tease, but not as bad as it could have been, right?
But, Ransom, Toby must have been laughing so hard when he released Chapter 2 with that cliffhanger, knowing that the very next chapter he would actually reveal the Knight. Because when Chapter 2 came out, people were freaking out because we're like, oh, it's confirmed. It's 100% for sure.
Chris is the knight. Chris is the knight. Chris is the knight. Oh, sweet
Toby's
face.
just
Oh.
like, yeah, guys, sure. Yeah, you guys think that for now.
Awesome, guys. You figured it out.
I'm not going to upend this literally next chapter.
Can you guys... I want to show you something real quick. I just saw this. I'm going to send you a picture real quick. And when you see it, I want you to squint. I want you to squint at it. See if it reminds you of anything.
Holy shit. Is that
You
the
see
original
it?
Skywalker?
Holy crap, no. Let me know when you want to see what you should be seeing. Just squint at it.
Wait, what? Oh,
I'm squinting. What the
No
fuck? Wait, whoa, wait a second.
No way.
James, explain for the audience.
That's crazy.
You can show the other picture I just sent if you'd
Oh.
like.
Even if that's an accident, that's insane.
Right.
It's probably an accident, right? It looks like Mr. Gaster.
Hell no, that ain't no fucking accident, dude. Look at it.
Darker than dark, man. We're like, is Gaster currently in? Well, no, James. It makes perfect. When we go into the Titan, the background looks a lot like the intro.
Well, the intro is the same as the Dark Fountains. It's with the darker darkness. It's within like the deepest possible darkness.
Man, that's another like the fact that we haven't even touched on that yet. We haven't even touched on like what's going on with Gaster, why we're here, and why he sent us. Like, because that's its own can of worms. Because here's the thing, like, I think it's kind of clear, especially with some of the secrets, in the weird roots, we are making changes. We are making Chris and other characters do things that are now that we know there's a prophecy. I think we can infer that the stuff we do in the weird roots is not supposed to happen. So,
Well then, I hate to cut this short, but I'm getting some weather over here, and I don't want the power to go out and fuck up the recording.
Yeah.
So
We'll have time to talk in the future, but
Yeah.
for you
This has
guys,
been
audience,
such a wonderful session. I have really loved playing this with you guys.
see you guys in the past for us, and
we're going to
you know
load
what?
now.
You know
We're
what?
going to load.
See you guys in 2026.
Yep.
Y'all,
Play Deltarune!
don't forget, we're with you in the dark.